I have talked about this subject many times on my syndicated radio show and written about it in essays too. However, the harsh reality of black slavery in black Africa continues to fall on deaf ears, especially among black politicians and wealthy black Americans. It's an interesting phenomenon that African Americans are among the wealthiest black people on this planet, and yet we remain politically mum in Washington, D.C. about black slavery in Africa. Why is that? Right now, slavery is as common in Libya and Somalia as open-air drug sales are on the streets of Chicago. But there's not a peep about it from among our august black politicians. Instead, African American politicians and hip-hop artists continue to feed on the historic experience of slavery in America, a repression outlawed 154 years ago. What do we want? Reparations. When do we want it? We want it now. Reparations. It's how black parasite politicians like the Obamas and the Sharptons and the Jacksons feed on the collective ignorance of unwashed masses of illiterate, sub-educated Negro Americans. For what it's worth, according to blackdemographics.com, in 1967, just 3% of black Americans earned $200,000 or more. 35% were in the $100,000 to $200,000 income bracket. By 2000, those numbers had risen 12 to 42%. Between 2000 and 2019, the average income for blacks was almost $38,000 a year. Yeah, I know, that's much lower than for white, Asian, and Hispanic Americans, but you know what? That's our tar baby. By comparison, the average Kenyan earns a little over $100 a year. My point is that black Americans are economically and politically capable of speaking out and applying economic and political pressure on Washington and the United Nations to stop slavery in the mother country. Think about it.